Hi everyone, welcome to the portion distortion workshop class. This is a very fun class that we like to put on. It has lots of cool pictures and informative little tidbits, so we hope that you learn a lot on this class today. Also, we want to give you some practical guidelines and also just educate you about how our society has changed our portions and how we now consider them to be normal. So let's go ahead and get started. My name is Scotty Lawrence, and I am the Director of Weight Loss at Health Source of Tulsa. My company and business is called Solutions Weight Loss. And I have been in the weight loss industry for about 10 years now, where I've owned two weight loss franchises. And then I started my own weight loss franchise and have been studying the fitness, health, and weight loss industry for a long time now. So I hope that you enjoy this class. So let's go ahead and get started. On today's menu, we're going to talk about 1+1+1 eating, the creeping portion distortions, and the recommended portion sizes that we should all have. And after that, we're going to talk about how we're going to, what solutions that we have for you, and how those can change the way that you view and you think about your food choices, and also give you tools to take you to the next level. All right, so let's talk about 1+1+1 eating. This is 1 fruit, 1 vegetable, and 1 protein. If you live with this rule, then with your different daily meal plans and what you make for your family and yourself, you'll be very successful in your weight loss and in your health. So the fruits that we advocate is 2 cups of fruit, fresh fruit, and vegetables per day. So I want you to stay within the safe fruits. Some examples of those are apples, strawberries, peaches, and grapefruits. Avoid high sugar fruits. And we'll give you a list of those as well with our program. And then you're going to avoid fruits and juices, dried fruits and juices. So did you know that, and I recently found this out about a year ago, that fruit juice has a higher concentration of sugar than chocolate milk, which I just think is like the devil for children. No kid should be drinking chocolate or strawberry milk. But I always gave my children fruit juice because I thought that was better. But in actuality, it has more sugar in it than most chocolate milk or even pop. All right, vegetables. Eat about 2.5 cups of raw or cooked vegetables per day. This does not mean canned. So if you eat canned vegetables, that's full of nitrates and salt. If you can them yourself, that's different. But if you buy them off the shelf canned, that's not a good option. So equivalent 2 cups of raw leafy vegetables equal to 1 cup of vegetables. So consider what kind of vegetables that you are taking. Protein. About 3.5 to 3 ounces equivalent is what you would need. So choose that between organic meats, poultry, and vary your choices for different kind of fishes, beans, peas, nuts, and seeds. A lot of vegetarians get their protein from different kinds of beans and nuts and legumes. That they'll find that those also have a high amount of fat in them also. So you'll see some equivalents down here regarding different kinds of poultry and fish. A 1/4 cup of dry legumes is equal to what you would need. Quinoa, edamame, an egg, 1/2 ounce of nuts or seeds, and a tablespoon of organic peanut butter or almond butter. Do not get the store-bought like Jif or Skippy. You need to look for organic peanut butter that doesn't have added sugar. Dairy. Now this isn't on the 1+1 eating plan, so you want to use it with caution. Because remember, the 1+1+1 was 1 fruit, 1 vegetable, 1 protein. The serving sizes tend to be larger with dairy, and so you want to look also for hormone-free organic products. If you're going to do Any kind of dairy products, look for Greek yogurt, not regular yogurt such as, Yoplait or Dannon or Activia. Although those may be good, they have a very high sugar content in them, so just examine that. Small quantities of cheese, low-fat cottage cheese, and absolutely no processed cheese products. If it says cheese food on them, that's just not a food. So like Velveeta or the American cheese slices, it's not a dairy product. That is a chemical product. So equivalents would be an 8-ounce low-fat skim milk, 1 cup of Greek yogurt, 1/2 ounces of natural cheese, or 3 ounces of cottage cheese. Grains, again, not in the 1 plus 1 plus 1 eating. So the rule of thumb on grains, it shouldn't be if they're consumed, it should be consumed in smaller quantities and not with every meal. 3 ounces equivalent or more of a whole grain or gluten-free product. Now, be careful with gluten-free because it does not mean sugar-free. So just watch out. Not all products that say gluten-free are actually good for you. So look into that. And also, you shouldn't probably eat any grains past 3 p.m., especially if you don't do any activity afterwards. Equivalent would be a slice of whole grain bread, 1/2 cup of whole wheat pasta, rice or cereal, and 1 cup of steel cut oats versus the prepackaged oatmeal that you find with the added sugars and preservatives. So creeping portion distortion, how food portion sizes have changed in 20 years. This is going to be the fun part of our class here. A lot of fun pictures and good examples. The former food guide pyramid regarding servings versus a typical American food portions. It says former because they've since changed their regulations and they've increased their portion sizes. I don't even want you to consider the food pyramid guide because it's not any good. But let's look at the difference here. 1/2 cup of rice or pasta. Typical American portion is 1 cup of rice or pasta. 1/2 a bagel or 1/2 a hamburger bun versus 1 bagel and 1 hamburger bun. 1 chicken leg or thigh versus a 1/4 chicken. 1 order used to be 1/2 cup of French fries, and now it's 3/4 to 1 cup of French fries. 1 cup of beans, 1 order of beans was a 1/2 a cup of cooked beans, and now in a chili bowl you get 1 to 2 cups of chili beans per order. And then 1 cup of leafy vegetables is now 2 cups of a green salad. Our salads are now gigantic at restaurants. Does that mean that we should eat the entire salad because we think it's good for us? No, it's actually not good for us in that large quantity because we're adding so much dressing then to make it taste good for us. So just be careful as to what you also order whenever you go out. Larger portion sizes do add up. So 100 extra calories per day is equal to 10 pounds of weight gain per year. So maintaining a healthy weight is a balancing act, meaning calories in versus calories out. In order to remain at your same weight, you have to keep the same amount of calories as you bring in as you expend out. If you want to lose weight, it only makes sense that you want to get rid of more calories than you take in. So as sedentary lifestyles take more and more prevalence and the larger portion sizes are available to us, it only makes sense that we will increase our weight every year because we don't balance them and we don't consider now what portions are versus what they used to be and how that's changed in our weight and in our diet and in our health statistics. 20 years ago, a 3-inch diameter bagel was 140 calories. Today, a 6-inch diameter bagel is 350 calories because now bagels are made into sandwiches, so they have to be bigger. So the caloric difference there is 210 calories. How much would you have to rake for 210 calories? How long? If you were a 130-pound person, you would have to rake for 15 minutes to burn off that larger size bagel. A cheeseburger from 20 years ago was 333 calories. Today, like our super size triple quarter pounder or Carl's Jr. Monster Burgers are 590 calories plus. And what's the caloric difference there? 257 calories. Did you know McDonald's still has their regular hamburger that they had 20 years ago? They can still make it for you, but they do not have it on their menu because nobody buys it or they don't want you to buy it. I had a patient drive through the other day and he asked, do you just have a regular hamburger? I just want a regular hamburger. I don't want anything else. And I said, yes, it's 97 cents. Now, should you eat McDonald's hamburgers? No. But what's the difference there? That 20-year ago hamburger is still being made, but people don't want it because they want the larger size because that's what we're used to now. So how long would you have to lift weights for eating that larger cheeseburger? You'd have to lift weights for 1 hour and 30 minutes if you were a 130-pound person, just because you ate that larger size cheeseburger. Spaghetti, which is my favorite in the whole world. I love spaghetti. 20 years ago, when I was younger, my portion size was 500 calories. That's still a lot. But I was young and I had a high metabolism. Today, my portion size, if I were to go out and have a meal, would be 2 cups of spaghetti. That'd be 1,025 calories. That just makes me sad because I love spaghetti. The difference there is 525 calories. That is mind-blowing here. So what you do there to kind of change that up is you could have some whole wheat pasta, decrease your portion sizes, and also look at Miracle Noodles. What would you have to do? How long would you have to clean house to burn that extra 525 calories? If you were a 130-pound person, you would have to clean house for 2 hours and 35 minutes. Who is going to do that just because they ate a bowl of spaghetti? Not many. So again, that makes me sad because I could eat spaghetti breakfast, lunch, and dinner if given the choice. My husband, who was my fiance at the time, used to make me spaghetti's dinners, and which is why I fell in love with him, because he knew how to cook spaghetti. Although, how hard is it to open up a jar and boil some noodles? But I love spaghetti. So, not even Italian either. Anyways, what food you love, you tend to eat more of, and so that's a trap you can also get into. So just pay attention to that. What food do you love, and do you find that you eat more of it than what you need to? French fries. 20 years ago was 2.4 ounces, and that was 210 calories. Today, 6.9 ounces, and that was a supersize me for 610 calories. What's the difference there? 400 calories. That is staggering. Absolutely. So how long would you have to walk leisurely to burn that 400 calories? 1 hour and 10 minutes. That's a long time. So just pay attention to how that supersize me option that you get are affecting what you have to expend. All right, so soda, or pop as I call it, 20 years ago was 6.5 ounces. Today is 20 ounces. It was 85 calories. Today is 250 calories. So what's the difference there? I mean, how many people actually have a 6.5 ounces of pop? Nobody. They don't even probably make those. I don't even think they do. The normal size pop in the convenience store is 20 ounces. The difference there is 165 calories. Not to mention, the calories, but the amount of sugar that's in pop also affects you. So how long would you have to garden to burn the extra calories off? 35 minutes if you were based on a 160-pound person. All right, so how much sugar is in 1 can of soda? 20-ounce pop has will be equivalent to an extra 15 pounds of weight gained per year if you just drink 1 pop a day. And I hear that time, I just drink 1 pop. Well, all factors considering the same. If you did nothing else and you were perfect in all your weight, in all your diet, and you just drank 1 pop a day, you would gain 15 pounds on average. Some more, some less. Why is that? Because the amount of sugar and what the sugar does to your body and how it converts to fat is mind-blowing. But then I also hear, but I drink diet pop. Now, if you believe that diet pop is okay because it contains sugar, then that's misconception, because the sugar in there may not be the white sugar we keep in our pantries, but it's a chemical sugar, and the chemical reaction that happens with these diet pops are as equally damaging to the physiology and to our body chemistry. So those aren't any good for us either. So just pay very close attention to that. All right, so coffee. Ants coffee with whole milk or sugar, which would be considered black coffee, that had 25 or 45 calories. Today, our mochas, I don't know if it's a tall or a venti or what that is, or grande, 16 ounces with steamed milk and mocha syrup is 350 calories. I go into these coffee places and I'm completely confused and feel like a fish out of water because I have no idea what a venti versus a tall versus a cappuccino or espresso. I don't even know what those are. So just pay close attention to what you're putting in the coffee, because if you don't like coffee but you need the caffeine kick, then you should probably take a long look at the sugar intake and how much calories are actually in that cup of coffee and how that may be contributing to your weight gain. So 305 calories are the difference between an 8-ounce cup versus 16-ounce. That's a lot. How long would you have to walk if you were to have that venti coffee? You'd have to walk for 1 hour and 20 minutes just to burn off that 1 cup of coffee. Muffin, 20 years ago, they were 210 calories at 1.5 ounces. Today, they're huge, or like cakes, and they are 500 calories. The difference there is 290 calories for the muffin. How long would you have to vacuum to burn off the 290 calories? You'd have to vacuum for 1 hour and 30 minutes. I don't know anyone in the world who's going to willingly go out there and vacuum for 1 hour and 30 minutes just because they ate a muffin. Most of us don't even think twice about that muffin. So just consider that and what activity you would have to move forward on losing the weight on that. Pepperoni pizza, look at the differences in the 2 slices. One are small portions, one's a large portion. On the sides there, we have 500 calories for the 2 slices, which were smaller, and now they're big slices in all of our normal pizzas, and those are 850 calories. So that's 350 calorie difference, which is a big difference. And I know it's hard sometimes to manage just eating 2 pizzas a pizza, but considering what those pizzas, how much calories are in them, you should think about the portion sizes there and cutting 1 in half, because really 1 now is equivalent to our 2 from 20 years ago. How long would you have to golf if you were walking carrying your clubs to burn off those 2 slices of extra portion size of pizza? 1 hour if you're a 160-pound person. Popcorn. All right, so 20 years ago, 5 cups of popcorn was a normal size movie popcorn that you would get in the movie theater. That was 270 calories. Today, this big old gigantic tub with butter in the middle and butter on top and whatever else you can put in it, and it's a free refills as long as you're there. That one is 630 calories plus per portion. Guess what the difference there is? 360 calories. So the other day, my family and I decided to go to the movie. We love movies. And my husband loves movie popcorn. I don't really care for it. I'm kind of a Scrooge whenever we go. If we do go, me and the kids, I will just we'll get one small one and I'll get cups and we split them up. But my husband loves the big super-sized, gigantic tub of popcorn. So we went there and I said, okay, let's get the medium size, would be the regular size. And he said, no, we're going to get the larger size because only 57 cents more for the tub of popcorn versus the bag of popcorn for twice as much. And he said, you get more for your money. I said, but we don't need that. And we're never going to eat that much. If we do eat it, we're not going to feel good when we leave. He proceeded to get the big tub of popcorn. So we took it to the movie theater. We ate on it, and we did not finish it. Whenever we were done, he said, okay, you were right, which, by the way, I usually am. And we did not need the big tub of popcorn. So now I have a little bit of an arsenal in my pack there. So when we go to the movie theater again, I can remind him that we do not need the big tub of popcorn, even though it's 57 cents more. And so how long would you do water aerobics to burn off the 360 calories? An hour and 10 minutes if you're a 160-pound person. Chocolate chip cookies, we love them. 20 years ago, they were small. They were 55 calories. Today, they are larger, and everything is larger now, and they are 275 calories. The difference there is 220 calories just for one cookie. That's a lot. So how long would you need to wash your car, for example, to have that larger cookie size? An hour and 15 minutes. So avoid portion distortion. And what we're teaching you here is keep an eye on your food portion sizes. See it with a different thing. Look at it under a magnifying glass. Consider what used to be normal and what is normal now. Now, our children will never know what portion sizes used to be. They're only going to know what it is now. So it's up to us, parents, grandparents, to teach the children what true portion sizes are, not what we're serving in a restaurant or what our eyes want to eat versus what our stomach wants to eat. So you have to really educate and think about your food before you eat it. Portion sizes of cheese. 6 dice would be equivalent to 1 portion size, or a cheese stick. And that's also 1 cup of milk. Meat is a 3-ounce deck. 3-ounce cooked would be like a deck of cards size. So consider that whenever you're looking at how much meat am I going to eat if I'm going to a restaurant. Baseball. 1 baseball versus a half a cup. Well, sorry, 1 cup is equal to 1 baseball. A half a cup is equal to half a baseball. Just to give you a visual, if you're a visual person. Look at your thumb. Your tip of your thumb, the first joint, is a teaspoon. Your entire thumb, or 3 tips, would be 1 tablespoon. So the tools to use here: 1 cup is a baseball, 3/4 cup is a tennis ball, a half a cup is a computer mouse, a 1/4 cup is an egg, 3 ounces is a deck of cards, 2 teaspoons is a ping pong ball. One fist is 1 cup, 1 palm is 3 ounces, a handful is 1 ounce, 2 handfuls is 1 ounce, 1 thumb is 1 ounce, and a thumb tip is a teaspoon there. And you can look and see what this is. In this class, please feel free and email me, and I'll be happy to send you the links and copies of these pictures for these tools here. All right, so let's go through the facts of weight and weight loss 101. We talk about how your portion sizes can increase your weight. Let's talk about what happens to that. Your body mass index here is your height and weight. So on the left-hand side, you see your height. You can go through here and find out what your height is, and at the top, you find out what your weight is. I want you to look at the two together, and I want you to find where your number is. The The obesity section is anything above 30. The overweight is between 25 and 29. You're not in charge of how tall you are. You're in charge of how much you weigh. So if you are in the blue or the yellow section, please think about how you're going to go through and get yourself into the normal section. That's where you need to be, because this is what the true measure of health is for insurance companies. They know the higher your number is, the higher your risk factor is, the more likely they're going to spend money on you for your health care and your doctor's visits and your prescriptions. So, and the higher your risk factor is for developing and your incidence for developing type 2 diabetes. This, and then when you take into, the only time this does not really is accurate is when someone's very muscular or very over thin. So otherwise it's right on the money, and the insurance companies know that. So you need to the goal should always be in the normal factor there, and the way to do that is to lose weight. All right, for every pound of fat that's created, another 250 miles of blood vessels are formed. This is probably my favorite slide, because this slide talks about the normal thickness versus the abnormal thickness of the cross-section of an abdomen. On the right side here, you see the normal thickness that surrounds the fat around the abdomen, which we all need. On the right side is the abnormal thickness of the fat that is found in obesity, and also in the what we call the heart attack fat, the belly fat. On the right side, you will see there is a lot of more room for the organs and the tissues to move. On the left-hand side, the organs are very squished. The blood vessels have to be have to push a lot harder, because there's a lot of pressure put on these organs. So the heart rate has to be increased, because it has very little room to move through the organs here. So what does this mean? This means that your blood has to be pumped harder by the heart, which increases the blood pressure, causes hypertension, and can cause heart attacks as well. This abdominal fat is called heart attack fat for a reason, and this is the reason. Look at the difference here, the two. And not only because the additional 250 miles for every pound of fat that's created, but also because the pressure that's put on the organs. So are you an apple or a pear? If you are a apple, you will see that you carry your weight above your midsection, your waistline. If you are a pear, with like most women are pears, it's below your waist. So weight above the waist adds additional unnecessary stress and inflammation and padding around your internal organs. So again, look at this. This is a picture of an apple and a pear. The pear is on the right-hand side. The apple is on the left-hand side. Okay, so the difference there. And it's just a matter of where you store your fat. You're not in charge of where you store your fat, just where your body stores it. So, but you are in charge of where, if you're gonna maintain that stored fat. All right. So how do you measure up? Let's play the numbers here. Men and women with a larger waist have double the risk of premature death. Okay, double the risk. Men, if your waist is above 40 inches. Women, if your waist is above 35 inches. Okay. Each 2-inch increase in waist circumference was associated with 17% increase in mortality in men and 13% increase in mortality in women. 2-inch decrease also makes the difference. So you can still increase your chance of reversing this by decreasing your risk factors by decreasing the inches around your waist. That is very important to know. So you can, this is reversible, okay, because you have a larger waist, that which increases your mortality and premature death risk. You can also lower that by decreasing your waist circumference as well. So let's talk about solutions here. Good food and water equals health. Cheeseburger, French fries, and pop equals, well, you decide. So let's talk about solutions. At our weight loss center, we offer full workup and lab testing, detoxification and cleansing, rapid weight loss formula, exercise plan, meal plans including caution and safe foods, eating and behavior repatterning, weekly meetings and coaching, customized products and supplementation. I'm giving you everything you need to be successful. Here's some of our success stories. This is Christy Bridges. Just by changing the way she ate, taking the right vitamins and supplementation, changing her portion sizes, eating the right kinds of foods, she was able to lose over 30 pounds in 13 weeks. She's a local Christian rock singer here in Tulsa. Her band is called Goliath Down, and she's a very inspirational lady, and she actually wrote a song about her weight loss. And this is Evan the Great, I call him. He lost 100 pounds in less than a year just by changing the way he ate and changing his behaviors and portion sizes. He started with us in January of 2011, and by his birthday, which is the last picture there on the bottom, he was down 100 pounds. His goal was to not repeat his father's behaviors and to actually be able to ride a roller coaster ride with his family, which he had not been able to do because of how much he weighed. He was about 380 some pounds, and he was going down the wrong path, and he knew it, and he's a young guy. So on his birthday, he was able to ride every roller coaster ride in Orlando, Florida, and he was very excited because he didn't have to buy 2 plane tickets for his seats, and he could enjoy himself, and he's now a advocate for healthy eating and does workshops and seminars all across our city here. This is Sheila. She's my good friend, and I want to read her her testimony here. She says, I've been wanting to shed my weight for many years and had given up all hope that I would ever be a size 4 or 6 again until I met Dr. Scotty Lawrence. Working with Health Source of Tulsa and their fabulous weight loss program has enabled me to go from a size 10 to 12 down to my size 4 jeans. Thank you, Dr. Scotty. You are a blessing. It has changed my life. She is really positive, and her husband, when he sees us at church, he will say, thank you for giving me my wife back. She worked very hard, and she changed how she ate. She changed how she lived her life, and she is back on track. So weight loss plans, as you know, are expensive. I mean, diet foods and meal plans can cost you up to $300 per month. Gym memberships up to $100 per month, and I want you to exercise. Don't be wrong on that. Diet pills, prescriptions, medical doctor visits, $100 to $200 per week for your co-pays and prescriptions, and also your office visits, and gastric and lap band surgeries, $10,000 to $36,000 and on up if there's any further complications or having to redo them, which I've known many that have had to have them redone. And cost of being overweight is estimated in America to be $15,000 per year just to keep you overweight. And that is by your medication costs, your co-pays, your increased insurance premium if you have it, your food choices, and you will find that it's very expensive to be overweight. It's even more expensive to try to lose it if you do it the surgical route. Now, it's not expensive if you do it the right way. So which plan is good for you? We want you to think about this. We have 4 plans, and those are our 6 weeks rapid weight loss program. If you want to lose up to 20 pounds, Our 13-week emergency breakthrough, that's 15 to 30 pounds. 6 months transition to thinness, 30 to 50 pounds, and a 12-month naturally thin plan of 50 pounds of weight loss. I want you to consider which one would be good for you, and then whenever we do want you to contact us and let us know which program would be best so that we can give you the appropriate guidelines and the start for your weight loss. You have 3 criteria that must be met for you to be qualified for a program and to be accepted into our plans. And that's a commitment. You will make your health a top priority. You'll say my results or my health are my top priority. I'm on a scale of an 8 to a 10 on a 1 to 10 scale. If you're not an 8 to 10, maybe you're just not there yet. So it could be time, it could be money, it could be physical or emotional health. So when you are ready for that, we are here for you. We want you to give us a call. Time. I want results, and I want that are lasting, and I will take time to make this my priority both at home and in the office. You will make your appointments and you will make your life a priority. Okay, we're all busy, but you're not too busy to make a difference in your life, because if you can't make the appointments in the office, we also do offer email support as well as phone support. In addition, let's talk about support networks. You will have a support network at home or at work. If not, you will seek the support of HealthSource and Solutions Weight Loss. We are here to support you because we know how vital it is that you receive support, and that the failure rate will go way down. The success rate goes way up. More importantly, you need support to be successful, and we are here for that. We want to be your positive support on that. So make the smart choice. We want you to do the simple things again. We want you to bend over and tie your shoes. Tuck in your shirt. Wear a belt. Wear a tie without choking you, gentlemen, so you don't feel like you're being strangled. Shop and feel good about how you look in your clothes when you look in the mirror. I mean, just enjoy shopping. Get your high school skinny back. Just feel good about yourself. Have self-confidence. Increase your self-esteem. I mean, be like Evan and have a goal to ride an amusement park. What is your goal? Have energy to walk your dog, play with your kids and grandkids, or just plain feel healthy. If you thought to yourself, I don't know or I can't remember, then you owe it to yourself to make the smart choice for you today. Invest in yourself. And just by mentioning this webinar whenever you call to make your appointment, you'll receive an additional $50 off any of our programs. Plus, just for listening in today, you're going to receive a free bonus report from me. And that's 7 secrets of faster and lasting fat loss and fitness. Just send us an email to healthsourcetulsa@gmail.com. Just write in the subject line webinar, and we're going to email you the bonus. This is a report that I use with my patients and with myself in my daily life, and I think that you'll find it to be very informative and certainly worth your time here on our webinar class. So don't wait any longer. Invest in yourself and change your life for good. I want you to take your health intake information. We're going to send that to you whenever you contact us. Schedule your one-on-one evaluation. There's no obligation here. Make a down payment of only $97 and we will give you all your payment options. Order your starter kit and get your free bonus report. And don't forget, you're going to get the extra $50 off any of our programs. If you're wondering what our costs are, please give us a call, and at your consultation, you determine which program is right for you. We're going to share with you all of our options because we have many that fit within budgets as well. So contact us today at healthsourcetulsa.com for your discounts and your appointment. So don't wait. Give us a call at 918-398-4273. And I want to thank you for spending this time with me to go over this, because I know you had to invest a little bit to listen to this class. I hope you learned something. I hope that it was fun and informative. I hope you enjoyed the pictures, and that you were able to take what I've taught you here and put them into practical life, so that you can see what portions are what they're doing to your body and how that may be affecting where you are today. And also so you can educate and teach your kids what portion sizes are. Kids or grandkids, it doesn't matter. They're not going to know any different, but we have the fortunate ability to know what used to be. So it's time to get back there. It's time to take a real hard look at what we eat versus what we do, and how that affects us and how it affects our health and our risk factors for disease. Please give me a call. I would love to discuss this with you further and offer you all of our discounts and get you started on a program. Our number is 918-398-4273. Thank you.